What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Lightsaber Radio, the most outrageous Star Wars show on the web. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody having a good day? We hope everybody is doing well. And we hope everybody is having fun today. We got a special guest on the show today, my grandson, the creator of Star Wars Audio Archives, the one who came up with the idea. Well, he reacted and it gave me the idea, but it was all up to him, because if he wouldn't have reacted, I'd have never had the idea. So I give it all to him. He is the creator of the show. I say it at the end of every episode of Star Wars Audio Archives, the creator, Kenai Shed. That's who this is right here, my grandson, Kenai Shed. And today we're going to be talking, well, say hi, Kenai.
Hi.
So today we're going to be talking about anticipating Star Wars. New content. The new content that's coming out, and how the anticipation and how it seems like it takes forever for it to get here once we find out about it. Because the Bad Batch is coming up in a week and a half. Me and my grandson, he didn't know about the Bad Batch, so I had to hip him to the Bad Batch. And now we're like halfway through season 1. We got to get through the rest of season 1 and season 2 before, not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. And we thought we would just talk about it. Talk about how great new Star Wars content is, and what it means to be coming out, and what happens when it comes out. Like, the anticipation, the building up to it. Does it make you more excited? Does it kind of irritate you because it seems like time is going so slow when new content we know it's coming out? So we thought we'd talk about that today. But first, we got to drop that intro video.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Feeling about this.
You are now Lightsaber Radio. If you only knew the power of God's.
Here it comes.
Let's go. You are now tuned in to Lightsaber Radio. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there.
So, and then we thought that we would bring Kenai on because he likes Star Wars, but he's new to the Bad Batch. He's new to some of the newer content that's coming out, and to get a younger person's point of view. Because, we're all old heads. We're all old. And, we talk a lot about, our aspects of Star Wars, but we don't ever get the younger viewers' opinion. And I thought this would be a great way to get the younger viewer's opinion, bring my grandson on, because he loves Star Wars just as much as I do, watches Star Wars all the time, and get his opinion, get what he thinks about, and what he thinks is going to happen in the up-and-coming season of the Bad Batch, and some of the up-and-coming stuff that's coming on, new Star Wars content, that's coming out in new Star Wars content, the new movies that we're going to go watch, the Acolytes coming out, we got some stuff happening. And since I thought that this would be a good way to do that. We got Star Wars team leaders in the chat. He says, hi, everyone. Doing great. So that's good.
Hope everyone's getting ready for the Super Bowl. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the only reason. I don't think we're going to have a very high view count today because everybody's going to be watching the Super Bowl. But hey, it's to be expected. It's a Super Bowl. I don't expect us to, compete with the Super Bowl.
They're getting ready. Well, the Super Bowl doesn't start till later. Like, I'm not going to do it during the Super Bowl. But people are getting ready for the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Who you want to win the Super Bowl?
Who do I want, or who do I think is going to win? Because I think that's a different answer.
Okay, give me both.
I want 49ers to win, but I think Kansas City is probably the better team.
Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I think Kansas City is gonna win, but I think San Francisco, I would like them to win. What do you think, Kenai? Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl, 49ers or Kansas City?
49ers.
See?
Dang, for the underdog story. All right.
It's possible.
I like Brock Purdy, dude. He's from Arizona. I played ball against him. I like Brock Purdy. He's a solid dude. Plus, he's like the lowest paid quarterback in decades. So, I want to see him do good.
I think in the NFL, should nobody come out of college making more than like $200,000 a year. I don't care how good you are.
He's still making more than that. He's making like 800.
I still think every NFL player should get should only be paid. You have to prove yourself. You just don't get to come into the league making $500 million. I don't think that should be ever a consideration. Ever.
Well, he's not. He's making 800,000.
Yeah, I think they should do that to every NFL player. I don't care what position you play. You don't get shit until you prove that you're going to stick around and not get hurt. That's just if I was a coach. But
I don't know. I respect him. I think he's good. Obviously, his team around him makes him a lot better. I'm a big fan of Christian McCaffrey, too. I don't know. Hope the 49ers do well. Also, I just don't want to see Taylor Swift getting proposed to after the Super Bowl. No, I'm just playing. What happened? You cut out. I can't hear you, Kyle. Did you mute yourself?
yeah, my cup.
Oh, there
I
you
set
go.
my cup down and it actually muted myself. You really think that's going to happen?
I don't know, dude, but everybody's just been talking about it, so I'm like, maybe it will. Who knows?
I think they might do it just as a ploy.
I feel like half
They win
the
the Super Bowl
relationship
and he
seems
gets
like
down.
a ploy. The way they're milking that so hard, like, I don't know. And I don't blame Taylor Swift. Like, I'm sure she didn't. I don't know if she asked for this, right? She's just dating some dude. Like, she probably did, but the NFL's like, let's milk it. Like, viewership. It's going to increase viewership. Let's milk the fact that Taylor Swift's coming to all the games, dating Travis Kelce. Like, I don't know if Taylor Swift is in on it or not. She probably doesn't care. I'm not hating on Taylor Swift.
Publicity for her.
Yeah, I'm not hating on Taylor Swift. I'm just hating on the situation why we have to keep why do we have to keep emphasizing this when we could just watch the game? Like, that's the reason we're watching football. You know what I mean?
All right, well, let's get to some Star Wars because that's what we're here to talk about today.
Yes, sir.
We're talking about anticipation and the new thing. So I guess before we jump into that, I guess we should get to the Housebreaker. So what's the Housebreaker this week?
Oh,
Get that
yeah.
video.
All right, sorry. We're bringing it back to football one more time for the Housebreaker just because it is Super Bowl Sunday. If you could pick one character from Star Wars to be your head coach of your football team and one to be your starting quarterback, which two characters are you picking?
Palpatine and Anakin.
Palpatine. I think Palpatine's a safe choice for head coach. He's like Bill Belichick. Have you seen Bill Belichick on the sideline with the hood? Like, that's Palpatine.
Well, just Palpatine is the he is the master
He's the planner.
of planning. Like, dude, ain't nobody a better planner than that dude. That dude be strategizing shit, and he has like force insight where he didn't see that Darth Vader was gonna kill him, but he did see what was gonna happen, everything that led up to there. You know what I'm saying? So he knew what was going on. So like, dude, that dude's foresight is like hella good.
I think head coach Palpatine is a solid bet.
And then Anakin as the quarterback.
You think Anakin?
Yeah, Anakin as the quarterback, just for the sole purpose that he could like use the force to throw the ball. The ball's always going to hit the receiver.
Any
Use the
Jedi
force
can
to
use the
block.
Force.
Yeah, but I mean, Anakin would be a better quarterback.
In that case, why not do Yoda?
Yoda's too short.
That's
He'll
true.
get clobbered.
He's way too short. He'd be flipping Kyler Murray out there.
Who would you pick? Keenan?
Good.
Who would you pick? If you could pick two people from Star Wars to play in football, who would you pick?
Darth Vader and
Who else? Obi-Wan
Darth
Kenobi.
Vader's a good one. Wrecker.
Maul.
I feel like Wrecker would make a killer
Maul.
fullback.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul. Bro, if Darth Vader or Darth Maul was quarterback, I'd be like, I don't even want to sack you. You know what I mean? I'm just
You're
gonna
going to die.
I'm just gonna keep
you
getting
just
blocked.
Force
That's
choke.
okay. I don't need to sack the quarterback today.
Vader and Luke, because everyone be scared not to win. Vader would choke them to death, and Luke, T.I. run. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah, Luke would have some runs. All right. Now let's get to the top. So we're talking about the next Star Wars release, which only a week and a half. Isn't that far, actually?
Yeah, but it
Feels
seems
far.
like it's taking
It feels far. No.
ever to get here. Ever. The
Yeah.
Bad Batch Season 3 which is the final season. We kind of looked at the preview video. We've already had one video talking about our predictions, what we think is going to happen. But like the anticipation for new Star Wars content, I don't think I've ever been this excited for like new Star Wars content.
Me too.
Like just because it seems like it's been like a million years since we've had Star Wars, which has only been a few months, but it seems like it's forever.
And like we kind of talked about before, like all the stuff that I'm worried about, I don't have much to be worried with the Bad Batch because it is animated. So it's not as, I guess, serious as live action. It's a different standard. You know what I mean? So like any kind of cheesiness, well, that's part of animation. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of excited. Plus the storyline is awesome, dude. Even from the first episode, kind of seeing the transition from the Republic to the Empire. I'm so involved with this storyline, and it's so cool.
Are you excited, Kenai?
I honestly think though Crosshair's probably going to be good. Crosshair's going to have a redemption
Well,
arc.
see, and that's the thing because they got some pictures. So one of the film arts that they put out was Crosshair in like the new colors.
Right.
So it makes you think that, but at the same time, in the preview, you know, or in the trailer, it shows him in all black, like he was when he was thing. They took out we know that they took out his implant, you know, the chip. We know that they took out the chip. Yeah, he said it. He said, "I don't have my chip."
Oh, that's right.
So. Do they reinsert it in him? Is that something that they do in the mountains to make him go back to the...
Ooh, maybe.
Do they reinsert it? Plus, I'm super excited to find out more about, you know what I'm saying, this other clone chick. You know what I'm saying, the sister, the other one.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. Because that cloning thing, like...
Well, my thing is this. I think she was a clone that was designed not like Omega. Like, she was designed like the other clone. She had accelerated,
like
you know what I'm saying, growth and everything like that. She's like the other clones. They just made her a female. But I want to know more about her. I want to know more about who she is, how she got to the point. And I think that they're going to discuss more of that because there wouldn't be no reason for them to put her out there if they're not going to tell more about it.
And why is Omega so important?
Yeah, they kind of need to explain. I mean, well, because she's the genetic...
like
she's
just
the perfect
genetic copy. Right.
Yeah, she's the perfect
So
copy.
is
Her and
Boba
Boba
Fett.
is the only two. That's why it's Alpha and Omega. You know what I'm saying? Boba was the Alpha, she's the Omega. They kind of explain that, but I would like to get more detail about it.
Yeah, I want to know why that matters. Like, I get she's a perfect clone, but why do you need that?
And because you got to have that, you got to have better. Well, they say it in season 1 that the degradation of degradation. I guess that's the word. I don't know. Might not be the word.
Degradation.
How do you say?
Degradation.
Degradation. Or whatever.
That's a great question.
Like something like that. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Deterioration. Jango Fett's tissue.
Yeah.
That they didn't have that, you know what I'm saying, his tissue was degrading, or however you say it. So, with the new one, with her and Boba are the only unaltered clones other than they changed her into a female. Other than that, they're completely unaltered. They don't have no growth hormones. They didn't have none of that stuff to make them grow faster or special abilities or anything happen to them. So they need that. They need her tissue in order to make good clones. Because now you can't clone off a clone. They're gonna be all. It's like inbreeding. You're gonna have some retarded grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. You can't do that. So that's basically what they're talking about. In that. So,
but you know me, I've never been a big fan of that clone storyline with Palpatine. I get the idea that you clone to make a clone army, but Palpatine's whole cloning himself thing, that storyline just wasn't super engaging to me. Now, granted, this Bad Batch season it seems like they're going in the direction of trying to redeem the sequels and trying to redeem that storyline, make it make more sense, make it better.
What do you think, Kenai?
Open mind.
What do you think? Are you excited for the new Bad Batch to come out? You got to talk.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about the Bad Batch, Kenai?
Who's your favorite character? The big dude?
Record.
Record.
Wrecker's your favorite? I feel like Wrecker's a pretty common favorite.
Yes. Wrecker, that's just because Wrecker makes the show. He's funny. You know what I'm saying? He does stupid stuff.
Is Wrecker your favorite, Kyle? Who's your favorite?
I don't know. I kind of like Hunter.
I like Crosshair. Dude, Crosshair's
Crosshair
storyline
is like
honestly
the best character. He's the most compelling character.
And his storyline is honestly one of the best like redemption arcs. At least I think it's going to be a redemption arc in Star Wars. Like it's up there. It's a good storyline.
It is. I like Crosshair. I think Crosshair is my favorite bad guy of it. But like my favorite person, like the actual Bad Batch character, because you know Crosshair's Empire at this point anyway. For most of the series, and he's been Empire. And I think but I like Hunter, but I don't know, I like all of them. The only person that really got on my nerve was Tech. Like, Tech was just all that analytical, you know what I'm saying, and then he was kind of irritating. Like, man, dude, and Omega's like my most hated character. I can't stand Omega. She don't listen. She's like a typical
I
kid.
hate Omega. What about you, Kenai? Do you like Omega?
We gotta talk.
She likes
Yes.
Omega. He likes Omega. Why? You think she's cute?
No.
All right. So why do you like Omega? What's so good about her? Just because she's like young?
Yeah, and she knows how to aim.
It's true. That's true. For a little kid, she's pretty good at shooting.
I like her crossbow thing. I think they should get the crossbow. They should keep that around more. The little crossbow or bow and arrow, laser bow and arrow.
It's a new kind of weapon.
I mean, we've seen it in Clone Wars, but you know what I'm saying.
It's new, not new, but it's different. I guess.
Yeah, it's different. It's not something that we've seen a whole lot like blasters and lightsabers.
Right. It gives her some unique character aspects.
I'm still wondering why ain't nobody used them cat people's whatever they're called, them cat people's the whips.
Oh, I get what you're saying from the Clone Wars.
No, they was in. Remember when the rebels got captured by them in season 1?
Or Rebels, sorry, you know
not the rebels, but remember when the Bad Batch gets captured by them in season 1? They're going to get Moochie and the cat-looking people, whatever they're called. They're kind of cat-looking, and they're slavers. What are their names? I just was looking at this earlier. Why can't I think of their names?
like those electro whip things.
Yeah, the electro whips that they. Yeah, I'm like, why doesn't nobody else like? Why are they the only people that have them? I think that would be an awesome tool to have. Like you could just laser whip people.
Oh, the Zygerians.
The Zygerians,
Zygerian slavers
yep,
or something. Yeah, that's it. All right. I remember what you're talking about. They weren't. I thought they were in the Clone Wars too.
They were in the Clone Wars.
Okay, that's
right. Zygerian, because remember Anakin and Ahsoka.
Yeah, they fought him.
Yeah, Anakin was like the main Zygerian chicks. Let me say this, like hidden slave. I don't want to use the word because you know we have infant ears here. But y'all know what I'm talking about.
Say it, Kyle. Say it. No, I'm just kidding.
I probably would say it because he probably knows more about it than me. Nowadays, with everything kids got access to. He had a phone when he was 3, so you know he's probably seen it all. Yeah, he was what 3, 4 when you got your first phone?
3.
3. Yeah.
He's like 3, like no big deal.
So
he's like, I got 2 phones, one for the girls at school, one for business.
I seen a meme that popped up the other day, had a pager, a payphone, and something else, and it was like, if you remember this, you're old. I was like, damn, I'm old. So I had all that. I had to use the payphone and I had a pager.
I remember when my dad had all that. I didn't have any of that.
Yeah, you had a pager, and then you had to use the people paged you, and then you had to go to a payphone and pay to call them back. Yeah, there was payphones on every corner. Yeah, you don't have that no more. Now everything is just, you got to.
People don't even have like home phones anymore.
Like, what's the purpose? Everybody got a cell phone.
I know.
Like, I have a home phone number. I don't know what it is, and there's never been a phone hooked up in my house because we all got cell phones. It's like Star Wars, you know. technology,
changed.
except in reverse. You know what I'm saying? Because it started off that the technology was crap, and then it went down. It went downhill as it progressed, as the time went by. But you think about it, in all of the Star Wars, they all had communicators. Like in every Star Wars, so, like y'all ain't upgraded to something
And they
better
weren't
than
like
communicate.
phones. Yeah, you don't have like text messages or
need to
the
go stuff.
hologram thing, like because that and start like back when that came out, like the holograms, I was like, whoa, that's cool. Like we won't have that. We got FaceTime now, and nobody likes to use it.
I like to use FaceTime, but it's
It's
takes
like
too
for
much.
business calls, like Zoom or something. But if someone FaceTimes me, I ain't answering. You can text me or give me an actual phone call. I don't want to look at you. I don't want you looking
Nowadays,
at me.
people don't even want to, like, and it drives me crazy. Like, you call somebody and they'll text you right back. What's up?
Yeah, bro.
Why don't you just answer the phone when I called
Why didn't you
you?
answer the phone? Star Wars team leader's like, you'd call and hang up so that they called the payphone so you didn't have to pay for the call.
And the phone call was only 25 cents.
No way.
Yeah, that was it. It was a
Now
quarter.
it's free, dude. You can call people for free.
It's not free. You got to pay for the
Well,
service.
You pay for the service, but the call itself is free.
Yeah, unless somebody gets a hold of your number and calls Afghanistan 400 times and you get a $3,000 bill like I did. Like, what the hell? I didn't ever call Afghanistan or call Afghanistan, Egypt, Iraq. They called all kind of places on my damn cell number. My cell phone bill was expensive as hell. I was like, what the hell? I ain't never called nobody in Afghanistan.
Kyle's helping out Al Qaeda. That's why we get cut off YouTube whenever we try to show stuff. They think you're helping Al Qaeda, you're helping the terrorists.
This was years ago. Like when cell phones
We're on
first came
a
out.
CIA watch list.
Probably. I'm probably on all kind of watch lists. So, but going through, like I said, me and Key and I here, my grandson and I, we've been watching the Bad Batch season 1. We're about halfway through. And dude, I am so excited for the new Bad Batch. Like, I don't know if it may be, I think that should be like a tradition. We should start that on the channel. Like, whenever a new show comes out, we should start doing like watch all the old shit.
I could do that.
Till it comes out. Like, just every night, just
every night get on the channel.
Do a watch party every night. Because, like, if they did the Clone Wars, we got to conquer 7. Say if they came out with Clone Wars Season 8, we got 7 seasons of the Clone Wars to watch. There was like 25 episodes every season.
I'm watching it from like the 5th season on. Those first 4 seasons are rough to get through.
Nah, because, man, because in Season 3, you got the Mortis arc and, like,
yeah,
the first
they have
2
good
seasons.
arcs. So I'll watch like some of them, but I don't watch the full thing.
But like the Bad Batch, rewatching the Bad Batch, it's like just as exciting for me to watch.
I watched the whole thing. That first season of God, I wish we could go back to that first season again and watch it for the first time again because that was.
Dude, it was still exciting. Like we've been watching. I've been excited as shit. Like watching it again. Like
that first season was really good. Like I want more of just the first season. Like give me extended season episodes of that season. I want to see more of that Empire. So good.
You've been enjoying it, right, Keenan? You've been having fun watching it?
Yeah.
Is Bad Batch your favorite Star Wars?
No.
Oh, what's your favorite?
The one with Baby Yoda in it.
Oh, Mandalorian. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with the Mandalorian.
A lot of people. Yeah. Mandalorian's pretty good.
Did Big Pop tell you that the Mandalorian is coming out with a movie?
No.
The Baby Yoda and Mandalorian is getting an entire movie just for them. They're getting a movie. We can go to the movie theater and watch it.
No.
Yep, it's going to be coming out. I don't know. You'll probably be about 40 by the time it comes out. But
in 2026, you got 2 years. You're going to be 7.
No, he'll be 7 this year.
7. He'll be 9?
He'll be 9 years old.
Because he's...
2024. He's 6.
2026, so he'll be 8. 8 or 9.
8 or 9. Still good age. You don't ever stop liking Star Wars once you become a Star Wars fan. Star Wars is just amazing. You might not like some of the content that they come out with, but you don't ever. I don't think like people just stop. I don't think I've ever heard anybody just be like, I don't like Star Wars no more. I used to be a fan, but I'm not a fan no more. Like what? Like I don't think I've ever heard that ever.
I have heard that actually.
I've never heard that.
I know some Star Wars fans that they just don't like Disney Star Wars.
But they still like the original Star Wars and
Oh,
Star
yeah,
Wars
yeah.
like that. There's somebody that says like I'm not a Star Wars fan at all no more. Like I don't
Oh,
know anybody
I
that
get
does
that.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's possible.
Yeah. Which
So
so when does Bad Batch come out? It comes out in a week and a half, you said?
yeah, it comes out on
Oh,
the
shit.
21st. So Wednesday, it'll be a week from this Wednesday.
That's crazy, dude.
Hey, what's your schedule gonna be like?
It's Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay, Tuesday. So we're changing the thing till Sunday after the 12th, right?
Yeah, yeah.
After
yeah.
this week. So basically, we're gonna start coming out every Sunday.
Yep.
What are we gonna do about the Bad Batch episodes?
Dude, I don't know. Because
What
I have
time
to
do you? What time do you get off?
that it just kind of depends every day. I work at like 4 in the morning. So I'm going in
And
at 4. I'm usually off at like 1 or 2, but it kind of depends. Some days you work late. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know I do.
Once your salary, it's just like
Yeah.
there's no such thing as overtime.
Well, that's just like my job because my job is going to be the same way. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do a Wednesday show. That's going to suck. We'll at least try. We're going to try to
Yeah.
do a Wednesday show every Wednesday, but if we can't, then we
We'll
can't.
just have
But
we'll have to see how it goes.
we'll just during the week. It's just going to be. It'll be sometime after Wednesday. We will do a show. Whenever me and Garrison get off early enough to do it, we'll keep in contact. We'll let everybody know. All right,
We
we're
might
going.
not be able to do lives. Maybe we'll just record them and release them. Well, I guess we could still do lives. It just might not have a consistent schedule.
Yeah, because I don't know when I'm going to be off. Well, I don't know when I'm going to be off Monday through Friday. So, I mean, it all going to consist because now that they're going through this roll card system, it's just when we get done.
Tuesday through Saturday. Then I switch back to Monday through Friday for a couple months. Then I switch back. Like I'm switching back and forth every like 2 months.
Oh, that's good. So we're going to be switching the schedule up a lot, y'all. The schedule is definitely going to be getting switched up a lot. But it's all right. We'll stay consistently coming out with shows every week, but it just might not be on the same day. But we'll let everybody know. So Keena, I want you to tell me. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
I want you to tell me, out of all the Star Wars stuff that you watched, and I know I've watched a lot of Star Wars stuff with you, what is your favorite weapon in Star Wars? Do you like blasters, lightsabers, the bow, the laser whips, or the lightning whips, or
The laser whips.
the laser whips? That's your favorite thing? What's
Yeah.
your favorite, what's your favorite Star Wars, who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader?
That's the right answer.
Answer, yes. That is definitely the right answer. See, even
That is
kids
the right
like that.
answer.
Well, a lot of kids are scared of Darth Vader, and I don't see it. I've never seen a kid that said they didn't like Darth Vader. When people say kids are scared of Darth Vader, I'm like, what are you guys talking about? All kids like Darth Vader. Darth Vader is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Every kid you ask, what's your favorite character? They either say Baby Yoda or Darth Vader. And I've been asking a lot of kids lately. I kind of look like a weirdo just randomly asking kids with Star Wars shirt, what's your favorite character? At Walmart. They're looking at me like, who's this creepo? They just don't know. They don't know how serious Star Wars is for us adults. And for kids alike. Do you like the new what is it, Young Jedi Adventures? The cartoon one with the little kids?
Yeah.
You like it? I think that's a very relatable. I think it gives kids good morals to watch Young Jedi Adventures. I watched them all. I like them. They're cool. I wish we would have had more stuff like that when I was a kid. Wish I'd have had more stuff like that when I was a kid. So, the laser whip. What about what
Yeah,
else,
that's
kid?
surprising. The laser whip. I've actually never heard that.
The laser
Is that
whip
like a
dope.
lot of kids your age, Kenai, or is that just you? You're special.
Me.
I got you. All right.
I like the laser whip.
He's unique.
You're not a kid.
I know, but I like it too. I can't. Adults
You're
can
not
like
a
it too.
kid. Oh no, he's kind of a kid.
Yeah, I am. I'm just a big kid. That's why I'm
He's a
always
kid on the
wrestling with you and
inside.
playing with you. I wrestle and play with you because I'm a kid. I'm just a big kid.
No, you're not.
Uh-huh.
Why do you keep on now not growing?
Why do I have kids toys? I got a punching bag right here that you can punch like a kid.
Yeah, he's got the Darth
got-
Maul microphone.
I got
Which
that.
you can't see it, but
Well, no, Darth Maul fell off somewhere and the dog ate his arm. I got Darth Vader. I
But
got
still he
toys up
returned.
there. I got lightsabers. That stuff grown-ups have, or is that stuff kids have?
Kids have.
my man.
So I'm like a big kid because I got toys, like kids. It's all right though. That's what makes us stay young longer. It's because we stay acting like kids. Are you excited for the new Grogu and Mandalorian movie?
Yes.
My man.
Tell me. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. See, that's what happens when you get old and have MS and you forget.
So he's not a kid. He's an old man.
My body tells me I'm an old man. My heart and my mind tells me I'm 4, and I just want to run around the house and act like a kid. I just can't do it. 'Cause
So all right. So sorry. Back to the Bad Batch. We get Bad Batch in February. Do you know when that ends?
how many episodes is it?
I don't know. It's a great question. Because Acolyte is supposed to officially release this summer.
Yeah, but the summer could be in August. We have had August release dates. September is technically, you got 4 seasons, so you got January, how does it go? So I
So
guess.
Bad Batch season 3 has a 3-episode premiere on the 21st. And there are going to be 15 episodes.
So 15
So
episodes.
it's going to end in May.
So that's plenty of time.
February to May. Whoa, dude. We're going to be booked from February till May. That's nice.
Yeah, that's really nice. With good
Well,
content.
it's May 1st. All right. So that's
Well, I mean, still, it's
That's
still
nice.
February, March, April, May. We're still getting like probably 2.5 months of full content, almost 3 months of full content with the Bad Batch. And then,
Acolyte will be sometime in the summer.
but that could be in August. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
true,
It could be
true.
it could be the end of August. So I kind of think that that's where they're going with it because if I'm not mistaken, wait a minute, what is the release date for the Star Wars content this year? Like, what all did they didn't they do a press release on what's coming out? Isn't the Space Pirate one or whatever it's called?
Skeleton Crew?
Skeleton Crew, doesn't
Yeah,
it come out this year?
Yeah. So we're going to have Skeleton Crew, Acolyte, Bad Batch Season 3. We got Tales of the Jedi.
Well, Tales in the Jedi can play with something else because they're going to drop all of them like they did the last time. Watch. It'll all come out in one day. So they could drop them in like June. But with both of them, I'm saying it might be a July release. No, you know what? Think about it. May the 4th. They could drop Acolyte May the 4th.
I can see that.
Play
Well,
that all summer. That plays out all summer. However many episodes is in that, because we don't know much. We don't know the episode count of how many is going to be in Acolyte. Say it's 8 episodes, or even 6 or 8 episodes. Say it's 8. That's going to take up 2 months. Then they could drop Acolyte in September or August, and then Acolyte could, or they could drop Acolyte and then they could drop Skeleton Crew. Because I have a feeling Skeleton Crew is going to be more than Acolyte. I have a feeling Acolyte's going to be short. It's going to be 6 to 8 episodes for the first season of Acolyte. And then if you go into the next part
the
of
Skeleton Crew, because remember, Skeleton Crew was supposed to release in 2023 originally. And so they
Yeah.
pushed it and they said early 2024. So who knows when that's going to release?
yeah. I don't know. I have a feeling that they'll drop the Acolyte.
Maybe that
because
could release before Acolyte.
No, because it could. They could drop that Skeleton Crew on May the 4th, let it play out for the summer, and then drop Acolyte in September for the rest of the year.
We
You
got
know
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
Star
Like-
Wars shows this year.
Yeah, we got a lot of Star Wars shows this year.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, that's going to be really good. Gives us a lot of content to talk about, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I get to see more stuff. Because I'm excited to see the Acolyte. I ain't so much excited to see Skeleton Crew. I mean, it'll be cool. I'll watch it, but I don't have the excitement level. When the hell is Andor Season 2 coming out? Jesus, man, I want Andor Season 2
Exactly. We
out.
talked about this before. Flipping Andor, we weren't excited about, and it ended up being one of the best series. So maybe Skeleton Crew will pleasantly surprise us too.
Yeah.
Because
what are you excited?
Looking forward to Acolyte.
You're excited for Bad Batch, Acolyte, and Skeleton Crew? Skeleton Crew is based on teenagers. Acolyte's supposed to be about the Acolytes of the Sith, the bad guys, and then Bad Batch is a cartoon. Which are you most excited about?
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch, yes.
Yeah, that was easy.
I'm pretty excited about Bad Batch. I'm pretty excited about Bad Batch too.
Yeah. Acolyte, I'm not sure how to feel about Acolyte yet. I keep going back and forth, you know? They got some cool cast. Like Lee Jung Jae is going to be playing a Jedi Master. He's cool. What do I know him from, though? Squid Game. Squid Game guy. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. I just think there's a lot of stuff coming out that's exciting for Star Wars fans. The anticipation is killing me for Bad Batch. The anticipation for everything is killing me. Like, and Andor, the anticipation of not knowing when they're going to come out with Season 2. Like, it's already done. Why didn't I release this? Like, bring out Andor. Why I got to wait 5 years to see Andor Season 2? Like, I'm going to have to rewatch Andor Season 1 twice just to remember everything that went on just so I can watch Season 2, which I'm not mad about.
Well, that might be controversial. Season 2 of Book of Boba Fett, Kyle.
Yeah.
Do we want that?
It sounds like they might be doing it.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of rumors going around, and then
I heard rumors about Season 2 of Kenobi too, dude.
And then I heard, and I actually got some insider information that said that they heard some executives talking about it. So, like, I'm not super excited about that at all.
I know. I like Boba Fett, but that series was kind of a disappointment to me, dude.
Getting bored, man. Getting sleepy.
That's funny. Yeah, I just didn't think Book of Boba Fett Season 1 was all that great. There were some great parts, like flipping. I want to see more of the showdown with Cobb Vanth. I loved Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth was a good character for somebody that just came in. I like the actor though. He's a good actor. Tabitha said, "I want to see Season 2 of the Book of Boba Fett." It's interesting. It's very interesting, you know. And you know, if they came out with a Book of Boba Fett Season 2, you know, I'm gonna watch it. I wasn't a big fan of Season 1, but I'll watch it. I like the special effects they did, and especially like riding the Rancor and all that stuff. It was cool to watch, but it just didn't have no storyline. It was just cool to watch.
I think, I don't know. It really just comes down to like
now Kenobi. Only reason I want them to come out with a Season 2 of Kenobi because they need to explain how Leia forgot about Kenobi if she met him. Like they got to fix that. See, if they came out with a Season 2 just to fix that, I would be happy.
See, and the reason I'd be more okay with Book of Boba Fett because while it wasn't my cup of tea, and they've already screwed up Boba Fett, it's not like they can screw up much more because it's a totally different time period.
Yeah.
By doing Obi-Wan, you're screwing up like canonical timelines.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think Disney should touch it.
I think that they should do it just for the simple fact of to explain. Like you gotta fix that. You can't just leave that out in open. We all know that Leia did not know who Kenobi was. Every Star Wars fan that watches Star Wars knows that Leia never met Kenobi. And now you got a whole thing about Kenobi meeting Leia. And I kind of want to know what happens to Reva after that. After what happens, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing what happens to Reva.
I think she'll die. Dude,
I'm pretty sure she's gonna die.
You got potential to make Reva a pretty cool character.
Yeah.
Because I know, like in Kenobi, we weren't a big fan of her just because we wanted more about Kenobi.
Yeah.
Right. But she does have potential to kind of be like this rogue, like Sith Jedi, like rogue X enforcer or whatever you call
Inquisitor.
her, X Inquisitor, just kind of off on her own, just like being a badass. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like this Ronin type character.
But I just don't like. My thing is though with Kenobi, you got to explain to us how, like, did they mind wipe her? You know what I'm saying? Did she have like a traumatic head injury that made her forget everything? Or like what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Did she have COPD or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, or whatever it is.
What is it? Yeah, what is that called?
CTP or whatever, PCTS or whatever, when you get football players get, whatever it's called. A gang of concussions where she forgot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to explain to us. To me, you can't come out to have Leia meeting Kenobi. Yeah, CT. You can't come out and explain to me and tell me that they never knew each other. Then show me that they're meeting each other. Now you got to show me how she forgot. Like, you got to explain that to me. That's the only reason I would want to see season 2 of Kenobi.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I just want to know that. You can have one episode for the whole season. Explain that. I'm cool. I'm done. You got to explain how she forgot. You got to explain it. You get sleepy? You want to go downstairs? Okay.
He still wants to be grandpa.
So, yeah, but I'm excited. I'm like, dude, I don't know why time feels like it's sitting still. For Bad Batch. It seems like every day is going by so slow.
Yeah, dude. I think it's also because they tell us about it so far in advance. So that we're constantly like looking forward to it.
And then they drop this extravagant trailer that just has all this exciting shit in it, and then you got to wait a month for
yeah, dude. Like, stop announcing crap that you might not even do, or that you're gonna do in like 3 years. Like,
I guess the anticipation is killing me.
Like, even with this Rey movie coming up, bro. It's not
I wish I was
out.
his age when time doesn't have any. You know what I'm saying? You don't notice time.
Yeah, true.
Because remember when you was young, you didn't remember time. Like, time you didn't pay no attention to time. As you get older, you start paying more attention to time. So it just, it's crazy. But I think you giving me a mustache. I'll put you a mustache on. How about that? Huh? How about that? I'll give you one. How about some bunny ears? You want some bunny ears? So, I really think that I think Bad Batch is going to be. I don't know. I have a feeling that all the Star Wars. I think, and this is just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people don't think that Bob Iger is good. I don't think that a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people, and they've said that they don't think that Dave Filoni becoming the executive director of.
Well, you didn't think that was good.
I didn't think it was good at first. I didn't think it wasn't good as like his ability to do the job. I just think it was going to take away from his ability to, you know what I'm saying, his creativity.
Right.
And Dave Filoni is probably the most creative person at Lucasfilms.
Right. The only reason I do think it's a good it might be a good thing, is because he's got like that veto power. Because I don't think he's going to allow
garbage Star Wars to come out.
There you go. Sorry, I'm trying to watch my language. He's not going to let garbage or half-effort storylines and poorly written plot lines to be released. I think he'll put the veto power on it. I think he'll make sure that there's actually a good storyline before it's released. Granted, I don't always agree with his storylines because, I don't know, Ahsoka, right? I wasn't the biggest fan of Ahsoka.
Tabitha's,
it wasn't like my type. It wasn't my thing. But objectively speaking, it was still better than Book of Boba Fett, in my opinion. Sorry, Tabitha.
Tabitha said he could use the Force to make her forget. Yeah, but show us that. Like, show us that. Like, you got to show us him doing that. They didn't show that in season 1.
That's not very Jedi-like.
And then, we talked about that. How long does Jedi mind tricks work?
They're temporary.
But then you like, yeah, they are temporary. Even like if you go back to like even in like the like Jedi,
Are you talking about
Ahsoka, I loved Ahsoka too. Ahsoka was great. But if you go and you watch if you go and you watch what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say.
Like you
But
have
no,
like
if you go back to the beginning of the
Old Republic?
Jedi, if you go back to like
Oh,
what's the name of the stupid book? The first book, the one that
The one with
starts
the
off when they're
Rangers.
called
Yeah,
the
I know what
Jedi
you're
Ranger
talking
chick. She implanted some crazy thing in the dude's head, and he forgot for like
Inception.
3 days or something. It's Dawn of the Jedi. What
Dawn
the
of
new
the
movie's
Jedi.
gonna be called? Well, one of the new movies is gonna be called, and like, but she used like force. What is it called? Force.
Alchemy.
Alchemy. Yeah, force alchemy to take a piece of the skin and plant it in his brain and made him forget everything. But that's
Yeah,
only gonna last
but-
for like 3 days. It wasn't permanent forever.
Yeah,
That you know
but
of.
also that's very like early Jedi, where like tampering or like meddling in people's like mental and like that they're more gray Jedi, right?
Yeah.
Modern Jedi have a lot more stronger code, and I doubt memory wiping is like allowed in the Jedi code. You know what I mean? Like, let's just wipe this dude's memory. He never remembers anything. I don't think that's like really a thing. Plus, if that was a thing, why wouldn't like Qui-Gon just memory wipe everybody and take Anakin?
Yeah. Kenai, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, I forgot the question. God, I hate getting old. Anyway, I forgot. I'll ask you when I remember it. Star Wars team leader said, got some news about Obi-Wan when y'all do the news and rumors. We're going to get to that in a minute. I wanted to ask everybody. When I yawned and then he yawned, did y'all yawn through the camera?
Who yawned? I yawned?
So I yawned and Kenai yawned. And I wonder if it's infectious, if some of the yawns around you.
Oh, contagious?
Yeah,
It
contagious.
is contagious.
But does that work through cameras? Because I didn't see you yawn.
I didn't yawn.
But
I thought I was
did
paying
anybody else yawn when we yawn? I want to know that. That's some interesting stuff.
I mean, talking about yawning now makes me want to yawn.
Amy said she did. Tabitha said, "Yep." Like I always wondered that, like if somebody yawns on them, like because I've done that. I've been like watching a movie and somebody yawns in the movie and then you yawn. Like, why did I yawn? You know what I'm saying? What does that have to do with me? I wanted to know if that worked in video form. Let's see. You want to get the news and rumors? We got a lot of news and rumors to
I
talk
like
about.
the news and rumors we got today.
Hey,
There's
everybody in the
something to talk
chat,
about.
tell me whether or not that you guys think that that time goes by slower. Does that happen to you when new Star Wars is coming out? I want to know when you got that anticipation built up when they tell you about the new Star Wars.
I'd
I want
rather have
everybody
them
to
just not
tell
tell
me if you go through the same thing. It seems like time slows down and it seems like it takes
Yes.
forever to get here.
Don't
Happens to
tell
you?
me about something until it's coming out in like a month.
Well, they did. They gave us a stupid preview a month ago, and now it's like time stopped in its tracks. Like, dude,
Yeah,
why
but
is
we've been
every day
talking
going?
about it for way longer than just the flipping month.
Yeah, but the like I don't know. Maybe the anticipation built up even more when the trailer came out, because when they gave us the trailer, now it seems like time is like it's taking forever. It seemed like every week it's like, oh God, it's not here yet. Jesus, wow, what's happening?
It's
So everybody, let me know. Tell me, let me know in the
Yes.
chat whether or not.
I did.
Yes, especially when I want to see it. Tabitha said, yes, when I want to see it. Okay, so let's get to news and rumors. Let's jump over to news and rumors.
This is Alton Castle for the only news you need, the HoloNet News.
So,
All right, we got
Kenai.
some news today.
I got some news that I think you might like. We got some news that I think you might like. Okay, we got some news. So pay attention because this is going to be exciting, okay?
we'll do the exciting news first. Well, I don't know if it's exciting. It's kind of a debate, all right? There's a debate going on. I saw this on Game Rant the other day. And apparently there's a kind of debate going on about whether the Clone Wars ruined Order 66. And I wanted to bring this up. I want to talk about this. They're saying that the Clone Wars, by implementing the whole like chip idea with the clones, made Order 66 not as compelling because the clones were just being it was mind control rather than I have to follow orders. And this is a hot take because I know a lot of people that are Clone Wars fans, like the clones are good guys, right? And I think that's why they implemented the chip thing so that the clones wouldn't look bad. But I think it's a lot more relatable, it's a lot more realistic, and it's a lot more, I guess, reflective of like how crappy the world can be sometimes without the brain chips. Because if you ever played Battlefront 2, did you ever play Battlefront 2 where it was like, I remember the rise of the Empire and none of us said a word. Like we all knew what we were going to do. We were going to storm the Jedi Temple, blah, blah, blah. And none of us said a word, right? Like that reluctant following order soldier, I think is a more compelling storyline. And it's more realistic.
You know, I think it's more realistic, but at the same time, I think that's one of the most that was one of the most compelling story arcs of Star Wars. Because we all wondered why. And then when they explained Order 66 and everything came out in the movie and everything started to happen and in the Clone Wars, it was amazing. I like the chip story. I like that they couldn't help themselves.
But do you like the chip story because you just have like a soft spot for the clones? And
no, it's not even because of that. I just think because, dude, like, it's hard. You can't, like, dude, there's no way that they could have, like, if they just went and did it, you'd have been like, what the hell? Nobody would have believed that. Like, if they just went and did it without the chip.
War crimes have been happening for hundreds of years.
Yeah, but like I could see
following orders.
I could see like part of them.
I like the idea of them being so scared that they had to follow orders.
I don't because the clones, like, dude, it just made sense because
mind control's not. Nobody can relate to that. Mind control's not real. Nobody's.
I mean, look at the freaking Nazis. Like, they talked to some of the Nazis.
They were blindly. That's what I mean, dude.
You know what I'm saying? And some of them was like, I didn't have nothing against Jewish people. I just was following orders. And it was like, what? Dude, like, how could you do that? You know, and some of them interviews that they did with them, with the people that they captured, the Nazi war criminals.
Right.
They said they were just following orders. Like, dude, how can you just follow? But see, that's the hard thing. I just can't see you serving with somebody. It's different when you're like just killing somebody because somebody just said kill them. But it's different, like when, you know what I'm saying, you're like a clone and you've been fighting alongside this person day in and day out. It's too hard. You build a reputation, you build a rapport with that person. It's hard to just go and kill them. So without the chip thing, it would be dumb. It would be not. It wouldn't make sense.
Well, and here's why I think it makes more sense, because Palpatine made it look like the Jedi are traitors. The Jedi have betrayed the Republic. That was the whole point. If the clones who are fighting for the Republic wouldn't even fall for that and had to have chips to make them believe it, then why did the entire rest of the galaxy just follow along with that? I like the idea that Palpatine had this master plan and like really tricked people, and the clones were following orders because either A, they were scared, B, like, we don't know what that's like. That's a traumatic experience to be warriors during this whole thing. Like, I like the idea of them following orders because remember in the first couple seasons of Clone Wars, they're like, a good soldier follows orders. A good soldier follows orders. That was such a thing that was drilled into them. Like, that's what makes me a good soldier. That's what makes me valuable, is that I follow orders. This had been drilled into them since a young age, where I have to follow orders. That's what makes me me. That's what makes me a good soldier. Otherwise, I'm useless.
So Tabitha said no.
Emotional, I think.
So Tabitha said no, it was awesome. And then she said, I have watched all the episodes of the Clone Wars multiple times. Amy said, I like the chip story. Star Wars team leader, said how easy Cody switched when he said it shows something more than an order. And I think that's all true. You know, I think that's all true. But I think that the order, like, you got to think about it. If it wasn't for Order 66, we wouldn't even have the Bad Batch. You know what I'm saying? The Bad Batch wouldn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't have that, because it would have just happened. Like, then you wouldn't have had, like, the story where Wrecker, you know what I'm saying, his chip activates. You would have, like, some of them are just like that. But I think that the overall arc of Order 66 and the chip made Star Wars better. Because they're fighting against the will. They don't have no choice. Because you got to think about it, even in American society. Look at us right now. We're on the edge of a civil war because of what's going on in Texas and the border control. People are proud to be an American, but they will fight against what they know is wrong. And I don't think without the chips that the clones would have fought against the Jedi. I don't think that they would have done it. They know that the Jedi are good. Fundamentally, they know that the Jedi are good.
But
and I don't think that they would have believed it without the chips. So I think the chip
in history how easy it is for people to be misled into thinking that what they're doing is right.
All right, you're all tangled up in here. Let's get you untangled.
There's, you have an example of people standing up to fight for what's right. There's countless examples of people thinking they're doing what's right, or being swept along and doing what's wrong because they're scared or because they feel trapped.
Yeah, but I don't know. It would be different. You know what I'm saying, if there wasn't so many of them. And if they weren't fighting alongside of the Jedi. It's like, what do you mean the Jedi tried to assassinate you? Like, and then all the Jedi would have had done.
Look at World War I. Look at World War II. Look at the rise of communism. There's so many examples through history of people being misled.
Yeah, but not misled, but also being misled
to do terrible things.
Huh?
Mommy's watching you on TV.
Mommy's watching me on TV. But
I think because if all the clones knew this was wrong, right, and they fought against it and they had to use a brain chip, then why did the entire galaxy go along with it too? Brain chips. Why did tons of people volunteer to replace?
But them as people. Okay, this is the thing. Like, if you look at some of them old documentaries with the people that like the Nazi the people that got captured, there was Nazis, and they were like, you know what I'm saying, this is just what we were told. You know what I'm saying, that we followed orders because of this. Or you look at like some of those different things. Them is not people that are fighting with these people. That are just day in and day out in battle with these people. You know what I'm saying? These is people they're just some random other sect of people. Right. They're like, go kill them.
Nazis. But look at the Soviet Union, Kyle. People would be fighting together in World War II. Then as soon as World War II was over, they'd send their best friends to the Gulag.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I don't know. But you're not talking about Jedis neither. You're not talking about somebody that like has force abilities.
Oh, yeah, this evil cult that kidnaps children?
Yeah, but they're not looking at it like that. They're out there fighting with these Jedi. These Jedis have saved their lives time and time again. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, they see their fundamentals. They see how much they care about the galaxy. They see how much they care about the Republic. And then to tell them that they're traitors, without the chip, for the Jedi could have been like, no, we're not traitors. Palpatine's the Sith Lord. And then they'd have been like, what? We went to arrest Palpatine because he was the Sith Lord. You know what I'm saying? Then right. It's a different story because you're getting both sides of the story. Because the Jedi have a chance to talk. Without Order 66, they had a chance to talk. With Order 66, they didn't have no chance. There was no backlog. There was nothing. There was just kill them. So when you look at it at that point, it's like without Order 66, none of that stuff would have ever happened because Jedis would have been able to talk. There wasn't no talking. Like they had no choice but to kill the Jedi, and they did exactly what the chip told them to do or what they were ordered to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made it all different. And you see the people. You see how Rex tried to kill Ahsoka. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as she removed the chip, he's like, what the hell was I doing? What was going on? You know what I'm saying? Because he wouldn't have chose to do that. There would have been a lot of Jedi or like people like Ahsoka that would have got away without nothing. It wouldn't have been no problem because she wasn't even a Jedi to begin with. Common sense would have came into factor. You know what I'm saying? Common sense would have came into factor into those type of situations. So without Order 66, without the chips, things could have not have played out the way that they had. It was a good arc.
I disagree.
It was a very good arc. It would not have played out because a lot of clones would have fought against other clones that they did just went along blindly.
And
you know
the Bad Batch did. We did have clones kind of fight against other clones.
Because it didn't affect them. But every other clone, even Rex tried to kill Ahsoka. You know what I'm saying? They had no when the chips were first activated, and I think they just lost their effectiveness as time went on. As we seen with Star Wars team leaders, brought up, with Cody, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, this doesn't make no sense. Even with with a lot of people, but I don't think it would have played out the same. I think it would have been totally different. I don't think the Empire could have came into control the way that they did without the clones being chipped. And that's the reason that Palpatine had them chipped when they were made.
Right. And in my opinion, just to kind of play devil's advocate, I think it's kind of a cheap cop-out. It's kind of lazy writing because it takes away the humanity of the story.
Well, there isn't no humanity to their clones.
Hold on. But we had a whole story arc in the Clone Wars and in Bad Batch about how these clones are people and we're supposed to feel for them. And the chip kind of just takes that away. It just makes them, all right, they're mindless robots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as long as the chip is activated. Right. But then as they brought back the humanity, when Cody switched and some of the other people, they brought back the humanity.
I just think it makes for a better story. I think it's more reflective of the real world, obviously, because mind control is not a thing. And it's a lot more heartbreaking. I know like a lot. I know one of the reasons for the chips is it makes the clones look more like good guys, right? They didn't have a choice. I think you can still make them commit Order 66 without the chips and still make them look like victims because they've been kind of brainwashed their entire lives. It's not the chip, but it's this indoctrination, that this is all they know, that if they don't follow orders, they'll be killed too. I think it shows a lot more that Palpatine is a lot more powerful and that this government is a lot more powerful and that people can be misled and people can do bad things because they're forced to. I think it shows a lot more humanity and it's a lot sadder. But I understand that people like the chips because it makes it more believable.
Well,
but I think it can still be believable.
I don't even know if it's more believable. Hold up. Sam says, I have a question. What's your question, Sam?
Sorry, that's just my little rant, and that's kind of the debate that was going on in the news. So I think there's two sides to it. I
do think there's two sides to it. I just don't think it's possible to, like, characteristics.
It was possible before. Like, before the Clone Wars, that was the canon.
You know what I'm saying? Characteristics of people. If you know somebody that is generally good, you know what I'm saying? You look at them, you fight with them, you're there every day. They're generally good people. You're not going to go against them just because until you get all the information. And
but have you never had someone betray you?
Yeah, I've had people betray me, but not like a whole platoon, a whole army.
But that's my argument that some of the clones might have genuinely believed the Jedi were traitors. Other clones were too scared and couldn't do anything about it because if they said, stop, this is wrong, they would have been killed.
Sam says, I have a question about the Sway podcast. Go ahead. Ask the question.
And then some clones they've been indoctrinated since they were kids. They knew nothing else but to follow orders. You know what I mean?
Fix the wires. Gotta fix the wires. One of these days, Big Pop will get all wireless products. I don't know. It's one of those things which is hard to, like, I just don't see it happening. I mean, it would be a giant civil war within the thing, and it would have been way harder to put to get the Empire to go just instantly go in control. Way more Jedis would have survived.
Well, we know
It
there
would've
was
been-
a civil war. That was the whole. See, that was the whole original trilogy.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I mean, I'm talking about a civil war.
That's why we're watching
before
the Bad
Empire.
Batch.
Before the Empire was able to take control of everything right off the bat because of Order 66. They were allowed to become the Empire
Right.
because of Order 66. Without Order 66, there's a giant civil war. Gang of the Clones is not going to follow into that shit. More of the truth's going to come out. You got way more Jedis out. Jedis is going to be able to attack Palpatine and ruin the whole thing.
Well, I think it. But also remember, Padme. She says that's how democracy ends, with thunderous applause. Sometimes bad things happen without a big civil war happening. Sometimes it's out of the good guys' hands. Sometimes bad guys, you know what I mean? I just think it reflects real
that
history
happens,
a little bit better.
But not when you fight so close with this person day in and day out for years. Isn't that?
That was the Civil War, Kyle.
Yeah, but the
brothers fighting against brothers.
Yeah, but there was a totally
this
different.
happens. It's real.
But it's not the same. It's not the same.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Amy said they would have had to put more into the story to show not all followed the order if there was no chips. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If there was no chips.
That was the canon before Clone Wars.
You know what I'm saying? Well, we didn't really know what it was until George wrote it. Because the books wasn't canon, so the books really didn't apply to... And everything that happened after that until he came out with the prequel trilogy and we got the Clone Wars and then we got the cartoon and we got all that. We didn't know, we just knew the order, we didn't even really know what Order 66 was.
Well, yeah, we knew it was the clones turning on the Jedi. But we didn't know that was the understanding of like everyone until the Clone Wars came out.
That's one of the reasons that George came out with the prequel trilogy and the Clone Wars is order to explain what Order 66 was.
Right.
You know, it wasn't just an order. It was that they had no choice, which gave them, you know what I'm saying, which was the reason that the Empire was able to just snap into existence. There would have been no snap. There would have been a long, 50-year freaking civil war going on with clones fighting against clones and Jedi fighting against, and then there's no way that Darth Vader and Palpatine's gonna whoop every Jedi there was. There was thousands of Jedis at that time. You know what I'm saying? And got shrunk down to like 50.
That's how the Roman Empire came into be. Right after a war, boom, an empire takes emergency control and
yeah, but it wouldn't have been the same. It wouldn't have been the same. There was a lot more things that played into the thing, and you got to understand that everybody at that time, everybody, including the clones, were looking for the Sith. The Sith are known to them as the bad guys as well. And then to find out that the whole guy that you've been working for that's been controlling the Republic the whole time was a Sith, they're not going to go against their Jedi counterparts when they know that the Sith is evil. The Republic has been fighting against the Sith for years and years and years.
Right, but that was also something that was written into the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Right.
But it would have been, it wouldn't have been the same. It would have been way different. It would have been way harder. Okay, what else do we got for
I
you?
respectfully disagree, but I get it.
I just don't think it could have happened the same. It wouldn't have been a snap into existence the way the Empire was able to take control. Palpatine would not have been able to take control of the systems without the clones in Order 66. It would have been impossible. Everybody would have been fighting against them. There was nobody to fight against them. They were the army. He shut down the droids. You know what I'm saying? So there was no army to fight against the Empire. Without Order 66, I do not see the clones just going on to worlds and just killing people indiscriminately. I just don't see them doing that. They weren't, I mean, technically they were designed for that, but without the chips, they would not have been able to do that. They're not droids. You have to be able to control them in order to do it.
And my thing is, like, you can get that with, like, because you got to think about it. They've been brainwashed since they were, like, since birth.
Yeah, but you don't brainwash somebody since birth to fight with somebody, to believe that they're on your side, and then just turn against them just because somebody says something.
No, they were they were trained to follow orders and to fight for the Republic.
Yeah, fight for the Republic. There's no more Republic. It's the Empire.
Well, the Empire is the Republic.
and to fight against the saviors of the Republic, their generals. You got to remember.
Yeah, but the generals are painted as traitors.
Yeah, but you still have to get that information out to everybody, and then there's time for them to ask questions. There's no time to ask questions if you just activate a chip. People ask questions. Soldiers ask questions. I don't care. Without the chip, they're going to ask questions. They're going to be like, what? The Jedi's a traitor. I've been fighting with him for 5 years. What are you talking about? He's a traitor.
I point to history.
Yeah, but history, there's different circumstances in there. It wasn't like the Germans were fighting with the Jews first, and then they decided to kill all the Jews. No, they were brainwashed for several years before that to believe that the Jews were all evil. You know what I'm saying? And that they were bad people and stuff like that. The Civil War was fought over, technically, tariffs. That's what the Civil War was fought over. It wasn't fought over like a lot of people think that it was fought over gender. No, it was fought over tariffs because all the product was coming in through the southern border, through the Mississippi River.
Kyle, you realize like Jews fought with the German army in World War One.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same.
It's the same thing.
It wasn't the same because they were fighting different regiments. They weren't fighting together. They were fighting in different regiments in World War One. The Jews had their own regiments, and then the Germans had their own regiments. It's different. It's a different thing than when you're fighting with. If this dude is your general, he's done saved your life time and time again, and then somebody says, "Oh, they're a traitor. Go kill them." You're gonna be like, "What? What are you talking about? Like, I need more information. You can't just tell me to go kill this guy, and I don't know any of the information." With the chip activating, you just go do it because you don't have no choice. At that point, they have a choice. You know what I'm saying? And most of the clones is not just going to turn on the Jedi ran their platoons. They controlled their platoons for years. And then to just say, and be like, all right, well, we won the war. Where's the other droids at? What's going on? Like, there's questions. There's no questions with the chip. Nobody gets to talk. There's no debate. There's no anything. Because if I'm fighting under a general and the president calls me up and says, kill the general because, you know what I'm saying, he's a traitor, and I'm like, what? What do you mean? All right, give me more. They tried to assassinate me. Who? 4 Jedis came in and tried to assassinate me. Are they dead? Yeah. What does that have to do with this general over here? You know what I'm saying? You're going to ask questions. That's human nature to ask questions. We're curious. That's why we discover everything. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to ask questions. They're not just going to go and just kill them. Sam says, are you going to read the Darth Plagueis book in Sway? Yeah. Right now we're going through the High Republic. We're just literally in Sway, Sam. What we're doing is we started in the Old Republic, and I'm probably going to go back and do some of the Old Republic books just to redo them just because I like everybody wants a new platform. A lot of people have been asking me to redo them. But we're just moving up. We're just going to go through the High Republic all the way up, and then we'll start, saying all the way up to Phantom Menace. And then we'll move from Phantom Menace, and then after that, we'll go through the books that are the Legends books, unless there's some good canon books that come out, which there is, that we're definitely going to get into. But we're going to go, I'm going through all the books. We're going to go we're starting at the beginning of the Jedi Order to where the Sith come involved, all the way up to the end, and in every book that comes out past then. So yeah, I will get to the Darth Plagueis book. It'll probably be a while, because the High Republic got a lot of books, but we're going through the High Republic right now. And we'll move on. And I don't know, I might throw some of them other books in.
All right. Should we get to the next thing of news?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. But yeah, definitely. We're going to try. My goal is to cover every Star Wars book that there is before I die. That's my goal.
The next piece of news, I don't know how many people have heard of this, but Gina Carano is suing Lucasfilm and Disney over her firing from The Mandalorian. And Elon Musk is paying for it, or at least helping to pay for it.
This goes back, okay, so let me give some reference here. Everybody knows that, like, I understand why Disney fired her, but I don't think it was right. And I've said this before. I don't think it was right that they fired her because people have said way worse on social media than what she said. Like, all she did is compare two things. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And like you said, when we talked about the director for the upcoming Star Wars movie, people take things out of context.
And her thing, like, because she said that Lucas, or what, I can't remember the exact thing that she said, but she basically referenced something to being like Nazis or the Republicans or Democrats or whatever it was.
So she compared like how Jews were ostracized before the Holocaust to how American political parties are being ostracized today, and how ostracizing was the first part of the Holocaust.
And basically, because she mentioned the Holocaust, she got portrayed as like some Nazi sympathizer or whatever, which is none of that.
Anti-Semitic and stuff. Yeah.
Which none of that was true. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have anything to do with the Nazis or the Holocaust or anything like that. She used it as a reference.
Right. And she wasn't, I don't think she was trying to be anti-Semitic either.
No.
But like you said, people like to take things out of context.
And basically that's what happened. So and as her character, I liked her character. Like, I liked the character Cara Dune. So and it kind of sucks that they took her out of Mandalorian. She was a major factor in Mandalorian. So when you drop down to the depth of it, it's like, was that a fireable offense? Now, what was a fireable offense on Disney's part was that they told her already, keep those type of thoughts to yourself.
Which you are allowed to fire someone for that. Like, the First Amendment, the freedom of speech doesn't protect you from a business firing you. It protects you from the government. Now, I think what she's actually firing for was the effects of the slander and the
that's what basically her lawsuit is over slandering because it damaged her reputation. You
which is technically, I could see that lawsuit. I could see it. I understand where she's coming from.
Because they made it out to seem like she was like anti-Semitic, and
sexist,
that's not
homophobic,
yeah, like all that stuff, and she never said anything about any of those things. Oh, thank you, Tabitha. Tabitha says, this is the first podcast I have ever watched, and you guys are amazing. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. We try.
Thank you.
Watch some more of our podcasts. You'll probably hate us in about 3 more episodes. Nah, because honestly, because I say what's on my mind. And a lot of people don't like that. Some people appreciate it and some people don't. I think that this is one of those points with the Gina Carano stuff that, I understand why Disney, like I said, I understand, because they asked her, please don't make remarks like this, because this wasn't her first offense. This was like her second or third offense of doing this. They had previously asked her, and she did it anyway. So she kind of, you did it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at Disney for firing her for that, or Lucasfilms for firing her for that. I just think the blow up about it was way more than what Disney should have done.
Right. I mean, I think I understand. Like, that's just kind of the way it works. Sometimes companies don't want people to express their opinions because a lot of times people view it
as
in relationship to that company. Exactly.
Yeah. And when you work for somebody, like, I can't go to work and do stuff. I can't go to work and say, racist stuff, or you just can't do that because that affects the viewership of the entire company that you work for.
And at the same time, I understand it's also would have been hard going to work and having your views, and meanwhile your employer's constantly trying to tell you to say things contrary to what you believe. Because not only were they telling her to stop saying things, they were trying to get her to say other things.
Yeah.
According to her. So I understand kind of both sides.
I do.
I think she
And
probably,
I also agree with that she should be compensated for the slander. And I agree with Elon Musk backing her in that. Like, dude, because she don't have the money to do it. We know that Elon does not like stuff to be restricted. That's the reason he bought X, is because he got tired of the restrictions, people getting kicked off for saying the way that they feel. Saying I think he kind of let it be a little bit too outrageous, because now there's porn on Twitter and all kind of stuff that shouldn't be on Twitter.
I mean, there's porn on Twitter before, dude.
But now it's outrageous. But and there's a lot of kids and stuff on there. But at the same time, I see why he's backing her, because he's always went against the status quo, and you should be able to say what you want to say. Yeah. But I also understand where Disney's point of view is at. We ask you not to say it. Like, wait till you're done with the show, and then you can say whatever you want to say.
He puts his money where his mouth is.
There's just a lot of stuff that I think a lot of stuff, and this is just the woke culture that we live in now. A lot of stuff is taken out of context. A lot of people play. They take both sides, and it's very hard, because it makes a lot of people, and I see it all the time. I see it on other podcasts that I watch and stuff, that people are restrictive of what they say, and which is sad, because you should be able to say what you feel. You should be able to say the things that's on your mind. You should be able to express your feelings on whatever the matter is. Everybody doesn't have to agree with everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's the great thing about being individuals. Everybody can, do and say what they want to say. You don't have to agree. There's a lot of people that stay. Me and Garrison, we disagree about every episode, at least on something. We disagree. Dude. We're still friends.
We get heated sometimes.
But we stay friends because this is just our opinion of something.
Right.
And, it's been explained plenty of times. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay to have an opinion. I wish more of the world would be able to speak out about their opinion. I would love to know what some Chinese people feel about Star Wars, but they can't speak out because they're restricted on the things that they're able to say. Like I think a lot of times as Americans, we take for granted the abilities that we have, because some of these other countries don't have that ability. And it's sad. I would love to know what some of the people in Russia feel about, Star Wars. But it's so hard for them to get that information out to us. China like banned Google. You know what I'm saying? So it's very hard, for them to be able to express their emotions. There's ways around it, and we get it, but we don't get it as much. There's people that are in, Africa and South America. They don't even have the internet because they're just living in poverty, and they don't get to have a word. And they could agree with us, or they could disagree with us, or whatever it may be. But I think everybody in the world should have a chance to be able to speak their mind and say what's on their mind. That's what makes people being so great, because you can have an opinion. I don't have to agree with your opinion. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? That is okay not to agree with somebody. It's perfectly fine. But at the same time, I understand that if you work for a company and they say, hey, please don't say these things, and you do it, they fire you. I understand it. Because as a boss, of a company, I have to do that sometimes. I have to be like, hey, man, you can't say that. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that this person said this, but that doesn't give you the right to say it back when you're on company time. It does not do that. You can't do that. And it's hard.
But one last thing I did think was funny kind of about that is that in the release from her lawsuit, it said, a short time ago in a galaxy not so far away, defendants made it clear that only one orthodoxy in thought, speech, or action was acceptable in their empire, and that those who dared to question or failed to fully comply would not be tolerated. Carano was terminated from her role as swiftly as her character's peaceful home planet of Alderaan had been destroyed by the Death Star. That's how the lawsuit opened, so I just thought that was kind of funny.
I mean, I think she should be compensated? Honestly, I don't. I don't think because they asked her. You know what I'm saying? They gave her the ultimatum, and they told her, you know what I'm saying? They told her, don't say that stuff. You can't say that stuff.
Right. I
So
think
she had a choice.
Right.
She
I think
made
the
her
only
choice.
issue was the
But the
things that were
slandering
said
afterwards,
about her.
I think she should be compensated for that because there was a
Right.
lot of stuff that Disney put out against her that damaged her character. And you don't know if they blacklisted her. Because we do know this in the industry, in the actors industry and in production and all that stuff, in the entertainment industry, that there's blacklists. And if you get put on that blacklist, that will keep you. And Disney, trust me, they're big enough that they can say, don't hire this person, and everybody won't hire her for, you know what I'm saying. And so far, from what I've seen and what she played in as Gina Carano or as Cara Dune, she's not a bad actor. So they could have done that. And then she deserves compensation for that.
Yeah. She made a very believable character.
Yeah, she was she was one of the best characters on the show. Like that fight scene between her and Mando in episode, what was it, 3 or episode 2 of the first season of Mandalorian, that shit was awesome. You know what I'm saying? And then she was a very believable character. She was a decent actor for that part. Now, could that got somebody better? Probably. But you know what I'm saying? To bring in somebody out of, you know what I'm saying, the WWF, or was she in the WWF or WW?
UFC, I don't remember. She was
UFC, whatever she was in. This is not somebody that's an actor by trade. She's a fighter. Or an actor by, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff that is done in a ring. You know what I'm saying, where you can make mistakes. You can't make mistakes in front of the camera. Because then you got to go back and re-record it and redo it till you get it right. And we don't know if that's what she did. But, you know what I'm saying, to slander her and put her down and to maybe blacklist her, because she really hasn't been in anything other than the stuff that she produced or other people that like believe the same things that she believes or that stuck up for her have produced. She hasn't been in anything. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't look like the greatest thing for her career. So I think that, you know, there's definitely a bad part in that. But I try not to take sides. I understand both sides. I look at both sides as being somebody that owns a company, and that I have to sometimes tell my employees, hey, you can't do this, you know what I'm saying, or you can't say that because this is what will happen. And, you know, most of the time I don't care, but I can understand if you're a multi-billion-dollar company that's trying to make movies and sell TV shows, that if somebody's doing something to damage or to decredit your company, you basically have to say something. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's like, dude, that's not acceptable. Wait till you're not working for me no more. Once you're not working for me, you can go out there and say whatever you want. But while you're working for me, please refrain from using these type of comments. Which, I mean, I looked at it when I read the thing original on Twitter. I was like, this ain't even that bad. What's the big deal? But I understand that they asked her. And when your boss asks you to do something, you know, if you want to keep that job, you're supposed to do it you're asked. Or told, or whatever. That's part of working for somebody. Now, if she owned Disney, you can say whatever you want. You own Disney, but you don't own Disney. So you can't tell them what you can and cannot do. They tell you what you can and cannot do because you're their employee. And we don't even know if it was Disney or if it was just Lucasfilm. Maybe Kathleen Kennedy came to her. Maybe it was Bob Chapman. Maybe, we don't know who it was that came to her and said, don't say this. This is also what she said, that they asked her not to say it. And she admitted to it. That's the thing that gets me. It's like, why are you trying to sue them now? I understand for the slandering, but, you know what I'm saying, part of that is that they fired you. Because in reality, it's not always what... You're basically... She's suing them because they fired her. And then they slandered her, so that's just on top of that. But in all reality, yeah, for her getting fired. You know... Because most people sue people because they got fired. If she didn't ever get fired and they just slandered her, she probably wouldn't care, like, I'm still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? But you got fired and slandered, and now you're suing them for slander. So it was taken way out of context. I think it could have been handled better, but that's just my opinion.
All right. Do you have any more news?
Yes. Okay, so let me pull up because you covered. So, Punch It. Okay, this is how it read. Mandalorian Mayhem is coming to Rocket League. So I don't know if everybody knows about the Rocket League, but
yeah, dude.
They have the Mandalorian meets Rocket League, and and they never seen it coming. So that was kind of cool. That Rocket League, they got the Mandalorian cards. They got like a Grogu car looking card. They got the Mandalorian looking card, and then they have a
Yoda card.
no, it's
That's dope. Are you serious right now?
yeah.
I need to play Rocket League again.
Oh man, what's her name? Bo-Katan car. So that's kind of cool. And then what else did I add? So we talked about. Did you bring up the Acolyte? Yeah, we talked
how
about that
it's coming
Acolyte.
out soon. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about the Acolyte. So then there was a couple things on Reddit that's been rumored. And anybody that doesn't know about the rumors and stuff that's on Reddit, go get on Reddit and go to Star Wars Leaks. You'll find out a lot of stuff. But I guess that Ludwig Gorasa, however you say his name, he hopes that they're going to hire him back to score the entire movie. So it's kind of been not so much an announcement yet, but he's kind of pushing because he did all of the Mandalorian, so he's like, are they gonna bring me back to do all the music on? And I like the music that he made. I thought the music for the Mandalorian was very well done, and so he's hoping that he comes back. And then there was another thing, the Star Wars release date. Where was it? There was one other thing that
And it's gonna be over.
it's gonna be over in a little bit. When we get done, that's when it's over.
He's getting anxious.
Yeah, he's getting anxious. You want to go downstairs and just play? All right, go downstairs and play. I lost it. Okay, next thing. But that was pretty good. We talked about the Acolyte, and then. So I don't know if y'all know, but I don't collect a lot of Star Wars memorabilia. I mean, I got lightsabers, I got a few coffee cups and some couple of toys, but I'm more into Funko Pops. I like Funko Pops. And on Yak Face's Instagram, he posted earlier today that they actually have. He's at the store. He's like holding them in his hand, but they got the 332nd Company Trooper, and then they have Bo-Katan. Has been released. I guess they do have him at Walmart. I think he's at Walmart. He might be at Target. I don't know, but they do have him out, which is cool. I thought that was kind of cool. And anybody wants to know, Yak Face is probably the best on Instagram about finding the new stuff when it comes to toys and stuff. That dude is awesome. He I guess get the inside track. I don't know, on so many new releases of stuff that's coming out, but I guess this stuff is already out, so that's kind of cool.
There you go.
All right, let's see. Are we ready for the impossible quiz? That's all the news that I had. You covered like all the good news. Hey,
Sorry.
Let me double check. Let me double check because I got everything open up over here in the other page. Did that one we talked about?
Dude, that was exciting news. Plus, that was one thing I did forget. Phantom Menace is going to be re-released in theaters. Yeah. May 3rd, I want to say.
I thought it was May the 4th that I seen on the thing that popped up. Let me double check it.
May 3rd.
Is it May 3rd?
I think it's like it's for May the 4th, but they're releasing it like a day early. You know how it is.
How they do the pre-release.
Because it was released originally in May 19th, 99.
Yeah.
So
May 19th, ain't that
that'll be cool. Are you gonna go see that in theaters?
Hell yeah. Anytime I can go watch Star Wars in theater,
yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna go see it.
Yeah, I'm going to see it. I'm going to see all three of them. As soon as they come out, I'm going to see them. Because the messed up thing about it, I never got to see Clone Wars in theaters. I was just too busy at that time. I didn't have time to go actually sit down and watch. Yeah.
Like the cartoon?
No, the second movie.
Oh, Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, whatever. Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones, same thing. Yeah, I never got to see Attack of the Clones. I was too busy at that time, and I didn't get to go watch it. The first time I've never watched it in the movie, so it's like, dude, that's exciting that it's going to be coming pretty soon. His 5 years, or his 25 years will be coming up pretty soon, so I'll get to go watch it. So I'm super excited about that. Not today. Not today. It's not coming out today. I wish it was coming out today. We'll be at the movies right now. No, I'll probably go see the Phantom Menace before I watch the Super Bowl if I had a choice. See the Phantom Menace in the theaters, yeah. If it was coming out the same time as the Super Bowl, that's a good question. That's a good question.
That's
if the new
Depends
Star
on the
Wars
Super
movie,
Bowl.
if the new Star Wars movie was coming out the same day as the Super Bowl, what would you watch?
It depends on a Star Wars movie, dude. Like this one, like the one with Mando and Grogu, or the one with Rey.
The one with Mando and Grogu.
Because you knew my answer with Rey. Depends who's in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because like I'm not a fan of Kansas City or San Francisco, so you know what I'm saying. It's like that's not my team, so I wouldn't really care.
The hard thing is the Super Bowl like, because like, all right, I can watch the Super Bowl, then I can like after it's done, I can go catch a late
Okay,
movie.
let's put it like this.
But if it's only
Here
like
goes
you
the
can
what if
watch this
question.
one day.
Here goes the what if question. If it only was being released at the one time at the movie theaters during the time of the Super Bowl, which one would you go see? Like this would be the only chance that you ever got to watch this.
It depends on who's playing.
Like if it's the Broncos playing, I'm sorry, I got to watch the Broncos.
Yeah, if it's the Broncos playing, I'm probably going to watch the Super Bowl.
But like the likeliness of that happening anytime soon is slim to none, so I don't think I have much to worry about. But I'm more of a I don't know. I'd probably go see Star Wars because I can just look on my phone and see who won the game. Like I can't experience. I can't experience. Only thing that's fun, like really, honestly, the only reason I'm watching the Super Bowl today, because I really don't care who wins this game. Like it doesn't matter to me.
Or like get together.
I'm just watching it for the commercials because they got the best commercials ever.
They do.
Yeah. Tabitha says Star Wars Super Bowl. Yeah, it's I'm going to watch the thing. All right, let's get to the impossible quiz.
All right.
Stop right there, you rebel scum. Prepare yourself for the Star Wars Impossible quiz. Blast them.
And honestly, before we get to the quiz, honestly, I have to say this. I'm not like a real big sports fan anymore. I used to be when I was younger. But the older I get, it's just like, to me, it seems like it's all set up. Because you watch some of the plays that's called in some of these games, especially in the playoff games. It's like, dude, this team shouldn't even be in the Super Bowl. They should have lost. You know, that was a terrible call. It was just terrible calls that whole game. So I almost feel like it's a setup. Like they already have who's going to be in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Like if they came out, like if there was like evidence, like, because there's already like kind of evidence, like theoretical conspiracy theory that NFL is like rigged and that it's all scripted.
Dude, there was some terrible calls in the playoffs.
If there was like actual evidence that came out, then yeah, 100% I'm watching Star Wars.
Like, it's just been, like, I've watched too many games this season with calls that were just blatant. Like, dude, you have cameras. Like,
It's
you
bad.
went back and watched it again and you still didn't overturn it. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, it was just terrible. So, yeah, I'm going to see Star Wars. Okay, let's start. So, how we do the impossible quiz for new viewers, Sam, Tabitha, all the new viewers we have watching today. The way we're going to do the quiz, I'm going to read the question. We're going to give you guys time to answer before Garrison tries to answer.
All right, I'll try to remember.
He'll try to remember because he's terrible. But I guarantee that he don't know none of the answers of these questions. This is an impossible quiz for a reason because these are very, very hard questions. Hopefully you guys know the answers.
No Googling.
Put them in the chat as fast as you can because we know that there's a time difference between when I actually read the question off. We've done this. It's about a minute. So I give you about a minute and 30 seconds before I give Garrison a chance to answer the question. But definitely try to put your question in the comment section. Okay, question number 1. Who trained Asajj Ventress in the ways of the Force?
I thought you said this was impossible.
Okay, we'll see if you know the answer. We'll see if you know the answer, because we're waiting on the chat. Star Wars team leader might know this. But I don't know if you'll. I don't think you know it, Garrison. Quit looking it up on Google. I see the damn.
The fact that you're asking makes me think it's like a trick question.
It's not a true question.
Tabitha says Count Dooku. Star Wars team
Star
leader
Wars
says
team
Mother
leader said
Thousand.
Mother Thousand. Nope. Okay,
Yeah.
both of them questions is wrong. Answers is wrong. Who you think it is?
Wasn't it another Dathomirian, like Narek or something? Like
Nope.
a Jedi? No?
Jedi Knight Kynarik.
Narek! That's what I said!
Yeah, but you said he was a Dathomirian. He wasn't even a Dathomirian.
I thought he was Dathomirian.
No, he was some wrinklehead species. I don't even know what species he was. I never looked it up, but
Now I'm looking it up.
Okay. Now this question's a little bit easier. What was Hera Syndulla's mom's first name?
Oh, yeah, he wasn't Dathomirian. My bad. What was whose first name?
Hera Syndulla's mom's first name. The only time we introduced to her is in season 1 of The Bad Batch. And they say her name multiple times in that episode.
I don't know. Harrison Dula.
Oh, Tabitha did say, she said Count Dooku. She said first it was a Jedi, then Dooku. Dooku taught her about the dark side. But her ability to use the Force, she did learn from a Jedi.
Yeah, there's no... I'm not getting this one. I already know.
Mom.
Mommy.
Mom was her name. Mom Syndulla.
MILF.
Okay. Her name was Alina Syndulla. Question number 3. Now this one technically ain't Bad Batch related. I mean, it is Bad Batch related because Ventress is going to be in the Bad Batch season 3. We seen her in the thing. But who infiltrated Kamino with Ventress with Trident ships to target the clone DNA bank? Who went with Ventress to go try to get rid of the clones? Who was it? What character went with Asajj Ventress to infiltrate the DNA banks on Kamino? This is a Clone Wars episode, but I figured it kind of fell in since Asajj is going to be in the Bad Batch. The rest of them is all Bad Batch questions. Tabitha, yes, you got it right. General Grievous. Yes, General Grievous was the one who did it. Okay, Dr. Royce Hemlock was the head of what division after the rise of the Empire? What is Dr. Hemlock? What was his, what division is he the head of?
Jeez, this is tough.
The crazy thing is, I haven't got to those episodes, so I don't know.
Why answer the question?
Because that's what we do on the show. At the end of the thing, we do a Star Wars Impossible quiz.
Can I answer one?
Can you answer one? Well, you can kind of see the answers over here on the screen. It's kind of not fair for you, and I know you know how to read.
Star Wars team leader said cloning.
What does that say? Just ask me the question.
Okay, I'll ask you the question. Okay.
It's gonna be like genetic cloning or manipulation or something.
No. It's the Advanced Science Division.
Oh my, that's dumb. It's so weird how in like some things like the names for things are super like specific and like detailed, and then other
Yeah.
ones it's like Advanced Science Division. What the fuck?
You know the questions?
No, he doesn't know the questions. I'm asking him and the other listeners what the answers to the questions are.
Can I tell them?
No, you can't tell them. Then that wouldn't be fair. They would know the answer.
You can
They got-
tell me.
Okay, during the Safatama riot race, we first met character Steel Claw Kane. What species was he?
Steel. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I give up. I give up.
Come on, Tavis, Star Wars team leader, Sam, whoever else is still watching at this long episode. Who's still here? Answer the question. What is the answer? During the Sofatoma riot race, we first met the character Steel Claw Kane. What species was he?
It's not tricky. It's easy.
You can see the answers. That is tricky. You over here reading the answers. You know the answers because you can read them on the screen.
Why is something red?
No,
Yell it out
that's
loud.
the answer. No clue on this one. Tabitha, you got something? What does that say?
Battle droid.
Nikto. Nikto is the answer. Nikto was his species. He was Niktoian or however you say it. But Nikto, that's what it says.
Number 6.
Okay, number 6. What was the name of the preferred weapon of Clone Force 99 Sniper Crosshair?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What was his preferred weapon of choice? And don't
That's
say
a
sniper
good
rifle because there's an actual name to it. We all know it was a sniper rifle. Tabitha said battle droid and in question.
Is that right?
What?
What you said?
We all know that he likes a sniper rifle, but there's a name to the sniper rifle that he uses.
What?
It's just killing you to know the answers and not be able to say them, huh? That sucks for me too.
I say it.
Give it a second. Everybody got to try to guess it. What was the name of the preferred weapon of the Clone Wars Force 99 or the Clone Force 99 Sniper Crosshair? What was Crosshair's preferred weapon? All right.
All
Want to say it? Can you say that?
70-30.
Tabitha.
Yes, Tabitha. That is the right answer. Tabitha, are you looking them up on Google?
That was
That-
Google.
It's okay if you did.
Google. I'm just kidding.
We all have to look up most of these questions, answers on Google.
I was just gonna guess like the NT, like the only sniper rifle I could remember was like the NT, like 242 or some shit, like from Battlefront.
7.
Okay, number 7. Question number 7. What was the name of the children of the defective clone Cut and his Twi'lek wife Sue that the Bad Batch met on Sokomi?
Wait, what?
No, she said no. I looked it up a while ago. My first watch the show.
Oh, like 5 minutes ago? I'm just kidding. I'll just play it. That was a good one.
So what was the defective clone? His name was Cut, and his Twi'lek wife. We see in the Bad Batch. They had 2 kids. What was their names?
Austin and Charlie.
Austin and Charlie. One of them's a girl. I guess Charlie could be a girl's name.
It's my niece and nephew. I don't know.
No, it's not Nate. It's that one.
Huh?
It's that one.
8.
What?
Jack and
Jack.
Yep, Jack is one of them. What's the
Golly,
girl's name?
Tabitha, look at you.
Yeah, she doing better than us. I had to look it up when I wrote the question. And Shahia. Yep, that's it. Jack and Shahia. She probably just watched. The only reason I had all these questions in my head because I just watched the
You
first
watched
6.
it? Yeah.
Okay, what was the question number 8? What was the slick pirate Lance Crowder who deals in rare antiquities and other exotics finds? What was he known for?
For having rare antiquities and exotic finds.
Oh, he was actually known for something other than having rare antiquities. What was slick pirate Lance Crowder, who deals in rare antiquities and other exotic finds, known for?
Drug dealing.
Drug dealing. No, he
That was a
not
good guess, though.
He was not a fentanyl dealer. We only have them in America.
Oh, dang it. He didn't do crack?
No, he wasn't a pirate.
He did questionable things for crack.
I mean, he might have been a pirate, but I mean, that's in the question. Slick pirate Lance Crowder, but he was known for something particular.
He did very questionable things for crack.
Okay, the answer is peddling knockoff and poisoning his patriots, his Patreons. So basically, he'd sell them the stuff and then poison them and then keep the money and the antiquity, which is, great. Like that's great to be known for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I want to buy anything from you, and I know that you're going to try to poison me. Ties Mater, what's up? Or Tries Mater. Is that how you say it? Okay. Question number 9. What lieutenant does not conceal his disdain for the clone troopers who still fall within his authority? What lieutenant does not conceal his disdain for the clone troopers who still fall within his authority?
What's his name?
You better hurry up, because I'm telling you right now, Tabitha's on top of it.
Tabitha's going to get it.
I love
I don't
Star
remember
Wars.
his-
Hondo.
I don't remember his name.
Lit.
Oh. What lieutenant?
He's an a-hole is what he is.
Yeah. And just to give you all a quick little hint, Crosshair killed him.
He was an a-hole.
Nolan.
Yeah, Lieutenant Nolan.
I got that one. I got it.
I was thinking that same thing. So Trismater said we might get the Acolyte trailer today at the game. Okay, question number 10.
Wait, what's his name?
Lieutenant Nolan.
Oh, Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan. Lieutenant Nolan. That dude was a jerk. I was so glad when Crosshair shot that dude. I think that was one of the best parts of the entire second season, is that dude getting shot.
I want to watch that again now.
That was a great episode. Okay. Now this one y'all might know, but y'all might not.
Last one.
Last question. Question number 10. Omega and the other clones have a sister. What is her name?
I don't remember. We were just talking about her, too.
Yeah, we were just talking about her. But see, I was very, very reluctant to say what her name was, because I know what her name is. I'm looking at her on the screen. But I made sure I didn't say her name. And I don't think they say it in the episode. But if you're a true Star Wars fan, you research these things. Gina Carano. Her name is Gina Carano.
Cheryl.
Elena.
No.
No, Rampart didn't get killed by Crosshair. Rampart got killed by... Who killed Rampart? The one clone shot Rampart.
I don't remember.
It's at the end of the first season.
I need to rewatch it, obviously, because I don't know any of these.
What?
Yep, Emery Kerr. Yep, Emery Carr. What was her title? as a bonus question, what was her title?
Assistant to the regional manager.
Assistant to the regional manager. The clone chick.
Assistant chief scientific advanced science researcher.
Actually, it was Dr. Emery Carr.
What the flip? Are you serious right now? It was doctor? I'm like going like supreme leader,
Star Wars
chancellor.
says commander. Tabitha says scientist.
Flipping doctor? Are you kidding me
Dr.
right
Emery
now?
Carr. So, you know, the cool thing is all the clones and Omega got a doctor for her sister. That we only found out about in like the end, very end of the last episode.
Look at your sister. She's a doctor. And what are you? Just some bum wandering the galaxy.
With the other bums that just doing stuff. The other bad bums. No, we can't say that. I love the Bad Batch. I will never put the Bad Batch down. Bad Batch is awesome. That's like one of my favorite cartoons. It goes Rebels, Bad Batch, then the Clone Wars. And the only reason the Clone Wars got third is because the first two seasons of Clone Wars is just like, oh God, it's so hard to get through. Like, there's some good episodes, but I don't really think it makes any point whatsoever at all.
Okay,
But
bye-bye.
I do watch it with extreme
I'll eat.
pleasure every time I do watch them, even though they're hard to get
Extreme
through.
pleasure.
Are you done?
Extreme pleasure. I love watching everything Star Wars. It just gives me pleasure. It's almost like if my grandson wasn't here, I would tell you what it was really like. But I have a child in the room that's just poking me in the ear.
As he's like fondling you. All right.
All right, guys. I think that's it for this episode. Next week we will be out on Sunday because of Garrison's time change. So it'll be Sunday, 11:30 Central Time, 10:30 Mountain Time, 9:30 Pacific Time, and 10:30 Eastern Time. We will be on all of our... Kenai, stop, man. You're poking me in the head. I'm trying to talk. But we will be out on our regular time, and we will, and hopefully everything goes right, and we both get off and have a Wednesday show to talk about the Bad Batch.
Let's go.
Because I am super excited. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah, not this Wednesday coming up, but the next Wednesday. And so we are changing to Sunday until Garrison's schedule changes back to Saturday, and then we'll move back to Saturday. We're gonna be jumping around, man. You need to get like a schedule that stays the same. Like,
I know it's a pain.
I wish I could work Tuesday through Saturday though.
Really?
I liked having Sunday and Monday off. Sunday you get to watch football and chill and do all that stuff, and then Monday you get to go actually handle business because stuff is open.
My only thing is flipping.
Are you done?
Working Saturdays, like everybody's going out Friday night having fun, and then I'm like, oh, I got work tomorrow.
Well, I'm old.
And
I don't go out
then
have
I
fun
want to do
anymore.
like, let's do something Sunday night, and everybody's like, I got work tomorrow. So I'm like, I guess I'll just be alone.
I don't know. I don't know. I was young when I had the Tuesday through Sunday schedule on when I worked for G, and it wasn't. I don't know. I liked it.
All right,
I enjoyed it. I liked it, but
we'll hang in there.
yeah, you'll hang in there. But we definitely every week we're coming out with an episode. We haven't failed yet. We're at 213. And actually, it's more than 213. Today is 213. But we got some stuff, and we got some stuff
Are
coming.
you done yet?
I'm working on some things here, everybody. Everybody got to just be patient with me. I'm working on some things, and I will be posting it on the Instagram and stuff that we will be coming out on Sunday. It'll be Sunday at normal time. So we will see you guys next Sunday.
See you guys
Okay.
never.
Because I think my grandson is ready to be done with the episode. I think he was ready about an hour ago. But all right. Much love. Stay outrageous. And may the force be with you always.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to LSR. If you've enjoyed the show, consider subscribing so you can be notified when new episodes are released. If you would like to be a guest on the show or just want to give us some feedback, feel free to email us. You can also reach out to us on all major social media platforms. Lightsaber Radio is produced by Pick Film Media and is a Swaycast original, starring Garrison Turcott, CJ Elliott, and Kyle McGee.